Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Open your
Hey guys, thanks for watching Mia's New Pair of Glasses.com and welcome to part 10, Awake, in the Masters and Controller series. This video is going to be done in a little bit of a different style than the rest of the series, and I have an important announcement I want to say before I do cover the topics in this video, is that this is going to be the last video in this series for about a month. A lot of you know that Brian and I are in the process of moving, and it is impossible to keep my focus and create this series in the way that it needs to be done while I have all these other distractions going on. You know, this is not like teaching a class. There is no set curriculum that I would just go over and regurgitate. I need to think carefully and clearly about how to explain this massive topic and all the concepts that need to be understood to get the points that I'm trying to get across, as well as find visual aids to back that up. So when we get settled in our new location, it'll be our last move in the Blue Sky system, and Brian will get to that in his series when he picks it back up. When we get settled, I will continue this series. But in the meantime, if you have not seen all the videos that I've created on my website, if you're new, there are plenty of videos to watch, and you should be caught up on all those videos, because the only way this series is going to make total sense to you is if you've seen all the videos I've created so far. So go back and watch those. If you are caught up, go back and watch this series again. And the movies and TV shows that I point out in my series, if you have some time, take that time to watch those movies and use it to see the examples of what I'm pointing out in this series. Look for the things that are being told to you. Look for the belief systems that the movies are conditioning you with. Do it with open eyes, but there's a reason I point out the movies and the shows that I do point out, is because they have a lot of truth in them. And in the topic of this video, I'm going to tell you why that is. But first, to all of you, I know that you guys want the answers, but there is no shortcut to the entire truth. No quick answers to the questions that you have. There is no easy way to sum it all up and have you truly understand the world you live in. The only ones who will truly see the world for what it is in its entirety at the end of this series are those who take the entire journey of this series at the pace that has been set. Every single topic is chosen carefully. Every image and every clip conveys a necessary concept. If you miss the point of any of these videos so far, you will be lost in the topics I cover later on. So pay close attention to everything shown and take your time with this series.
I told you what you'd find out there. You would have thought I was crazy.
I still do.
Now?
I can't tell you, I have to show you. What I point out to you in this series is what they show us. Movies and television are just one way the controllers shape our understanding of the world we live in. There are many other ways for those who do not watch entertainment, and we will touch on those later in this series.
Do you want to know what it is? The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
What truth?
That you are a slave, Neo. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind. Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself. This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more. Follow me.
Brian and I are not even awake. We are in the process of waking. Those of you that understand that you are not woken are in the process of waking up. To see the truth, you must quit black and white thinking. Nothing in this world should be overlooked and discarded, including what is revealed in entertainment. In this world, everything shown to us means something. And I am giving you the formula to give you the right perspective to take a look past the illusion presented to us as reality and see the world for what it is for the first time. But it is up to you to do the rest. Everything in this world is inverted. I show you clips in my videos because the reality is that movies and television tell you the truth. News and documentaries are the fantasy and fiction, like this clip from the movie Oblivion with Tom Cruise. It is showing you someone who is in bondage, in slavery, and in the dark, and he is illuminated and shown the truth, and he finds out that everything he believed about his reality was wrong, and that he was on the wrong side the entire time. Though it may seem like just a scene from a science fiction movie, every single thing shown and said in this clip has meaning. We will break down this clip in a future video. So why don't you pay attention and see what you notice?
And how can a man die better than facing fearful odds for the ashes of his fathers and the temples of his gods? I've been watching you, Jack. You're curious. What are you looking for in those books? Do they bring back old memories?
You won't get anything from me. My memory's been wiped to protect the
Security of the mission. Yes. You can't have your precious memory falling into the wrong hands now, can you? Tell me, have you ever met a scav up close? Of course not. You just repair drones. Don't go into the radiation zone. Don't ask too many questions. not part of the job description. Lights. We're not alien, Jack. We're human. Of course, for us, being human is a problem.
They have the population conditioned into taking news that comes from authoritative sources seriously, and to disregard fictional movies and shows as just stories that someone dreamed up. Showing you these movie and TV clips are the best way to help you conceptualize the topics we cover. It also helps you learn how the controllers operate and do what they do. Even the controllers operate by a set of rules, and everything they do must be done within the boundaries of those rules.
This is what you agreed to, Jonathan. Do what the man asks. Be free. Then, if you want to go after him, burn his house down, be my guest. But until then... rules. Exactly. Rules. Without them, we live with the animals.
After doing my Truth in Music section, many of you started seeing the truth about the EMCO written in song lyrics. Truth about life and the EMCO in movies and television shows is no different than the truth written into music. You just need to know how to interpret what is being shown, because some of the details are always skewed. They are telling everyone everything they need to know about life in movies and television shows. They also hide coded messages in all forms of entertainment.
You wrote the song Turning Teeth for Jesus and the Brides of Dracula, and the codes in the music. I found the tunnels in the bomb shelter.
Okay.
So what does it all mean?
I don't always worry what the message is. I just pass it along. I slip it between the notes, hide it away from people that know it's there.
You're saying you've done this before? Codes? You're telling me there's hidden messages in old pop songs?
Movies, television shows, everything you know.
Why? What are the tunnels for? Is there gonna be a war?
Oh, hell, I don't know. I'm just trying to make a living, earn a few dollars.
I don't believe you.
Well, good, because the real message was not meant for you. So it's better if you just smile and you dance and you enjoy the melody. Because this ugly old man, me, I am the voice of your generation.
One thing you need to understand is that the controllers and members of secret societies don't communicate in boardrooms and on conference calls with their roughly 8,000 top-level members and millions of bottom-level members. They send messages to each other through the media, headlines, and entertainment. It's how they speak to each other. Out in the open, using mediums the whole world can see, but only they can understand. Their members are taught formulas on how to read the coded messages. If you pay attention and learn how to read the code, you can see the messages too. These things tell us how the world really operates. So you better pay attention to what is being released to the world by the media and entertainment, or you will have absolutely no idea how your world really works, what is going to happen, and what the controllers are saying to each other. If you want to understand your world, You should watch movies and television shows, especially the ones that I point out in my series. Watch what is currently being released and promoted. It tells you more about what has happened and what is coming than anything else. But when you do it, just make sure you do it critically and consciously with open eyes. Shutting yourself off to movies and TV will only cause you to miss the truth that is being revealed. The reality is that fantasy and fiction and supposedly true stories are actually inverted. Every story told through movies and television is important to the controllers, whether it is a crappy B-movie or a blockbuster film. The more, quote, fictional the movie is supposed to be, the closer it is to the actual truth. Only the group at the very top knows the entire strategy. This is also how they eliminate threats of who can expose them and how much they can expose. Keep everyone involved in the dark by keeping them focused on very specific objectives, or compartmentalizing them. What is the main tool of our society that keeps people in every area of life compartmentalized? Schooling, institutions, and training. The purpose to schooling, institutions, and training is to get the slaves to perform a task. It is not to question the training they received. Each person who has been through a training thinks they are doing the right thing because that is what they are trained to think. Some examples are NASA technicians, doctors, teachers, lawyers, police, and every other type of job. Directors are told what things must be in their movies. They don't know why. It doesn't mean that they know about the MCO. It doesn't mean that the director of Geostorm knew that this would all actually happen. Every now and then, there's a director that doesn't comprehend that there is a group at the top controlling everything. Therefore, when they are told to do something, it is not an option. They push back, and when they try to do their own creative vision, they get fired. That is why so many directors are fired and movies reshot in the middle of production. If they start getting the idea that this is their movie and they're going to do it how they want and don't do what they are told to do, they are replaced. Here are just a small sample of examples. When listening to a piece of material like the Last Druid documentary, why should we not take everything that is said literally and everything people like Ben say as fact? He is in a secret society, so he must know all the secret knowledge, right? No, he doesn't. He knows what he was trained to know by that specific group, what he needed to know for the part that he was to play. There are many secret societies and many members at all different levels. Even members are not told everything. They are told what they need to know by someone above them. It's all because of compartmentalization. It's important to understand that people working in every pyramid structure believe the narrative they are told by their leaders about their organization's objectives. That is how the top gets so many to be complicit in nefarious purposes. They lie to them. And most of the time it goes off without a hitch. But occasionally there are people that may ask too many questions or stumble upon something they weren't supposed to know that gets them into trouble, like the analyst in Capricorn 1. For another example, in the case of Waco, Texas, all those government agents and gunmen believed what they were told by their superiors. They thought they were on the right side. They were told terrible things about David Koresh, but they were operating off trusting authority and what they were told. That's how they get people to murder innocent people and take down groups that threaten the controller's interests. There are still those that were involved today that do not understand what exactly they were involved in. Only those at the very top of the pyramid structure know what the real plan is. Everyone else is unwittingly participating in something they do not understand. But now, through this series, you will be just some of the very few who do understand. Thanks for watching, guys. Everybody stay safe, be good to one another, and God bless.